Watch, we're getting awful close to them. Don't give us too much momentum.
Back the other way a little bit, sorry. I think we're stuck on something. Straight above it, but it stopped pulling it. It actually blew the breaker again, so I'm gonna have to go down and swim out.
Oh.
Figure out what we're hung up on.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. We're hung up. We're
hung up on something. No, I think he's just gonna dive down and take a look. Today is the day that we make liars of ourselves and leave Marathon to go and sail to Key West, as we just very adamantly told you that we were not going to do. The idea was not to stay for long, but to use it as a jumping off point so that we could get to the Dry Tortugas. But before we get into that, let's chat a little bit about how this day started. As we've mentioned and demonstrated, any popular anchorage in Florida has seen its fair share of bad weather and boat-related hardships. Over the years, this has resulted in a lot of junk getting sent to the bottom of the bay, including entire boats and old anchors and anything that was on a deck that could be swept off a deck by a strong wind. When a new boat comes into anchor, there's no way of knowing what you're dropping your anchor on top of under the water. So it's not uncommon to get your anchor hung up on some bit of somebody else's bad day. But when your anchor truly gets stuck, it can actually become kind of a big deal pretty quickly. Somebody has to go down and physically unhook the anchor, but chances are you're in pretty tight quarters, so the pilot is having to work pretty hard to keep the wind and the current from swinging you into other boats, which means that engines and propellers are on while the person is in the water, and in the event that hopefully they do get it free, the anchor is not keeping you in place, it's the engines that are keeping you in place, and the person has to still get back up onto the boat, so it can be a pretty hairy situation. Fortunately, Bryant is a nimble aquatic gibbon and can get out of the water pretty much anywhere along the boat, and I don't know how. This has been a short video essay on why motorboats are the absolute worst and why everyone on a sailboat hates them. Thank you. All right. Wait. So there you have it. That was a solidly above average day of sailing. Once we got away from all of the people, of course. The farther we sailed, the more vibrant the water got, changing hues in these crazy straight lines, like we were sailing over a paint swatch. Eventually, the water became so vibrant and so luminous that it actually hurt to look at. It looked like it was generating its own light. What had taken us just over an hour to drive a few days before was going to take 2 days to sail. So before the sun got too low, we tucked into a little bay behind some islands on Big Pine Key and got in our little water car to go get some dinner. Of course, we fully neglected to look at what the tide was doing, so almost got stuck in the shallows and ended up having to slowly float our way to dinner. But our trip on the way back was an unquestionable success. And then the next morning we pulled up anchor, did a little copy paste from the day before with a little less wind and a little more engine, and brought it on into Key West. Thank you for your patience with these videos coming out. My editing software keeps crashing and freezing, and I just really can't be bothered to figure out why, so it just takes me forever to do these. But most importantly, as always, thank you so very sincerely for watching.